Hello, hello. It's Stephanie here. I hope you guys can hear me. We are live at Chicago TARDIS right now. We are at the Weston Lombard Center, where it is held every year. And closing ceremonies actually just happened just a few minutes ago. So it's technically over, but people are still kind of chilling around. And I'm here to talk about our great weekend we have and talk about it with some of my friends and some of my guests. This is my 10th year going to Chicago TARDIS. I have loved it ever since I was a teenager. It was my first con I ever went to, 2011, and it introduced me to the con world. And for that, it will always have a very, very special place in my heart. Not to mention that Doctor Who is like the best show ever, so that's just, an extra thing. Every year I get to come and see my friends and hang out with people and learn new things about the show that I love, and I cannot say enough good things about it. So I'm gonna bring in Maui right now.
Oh, me?
Oh, me. Maui, I'm gonna ask you some questions and we're gonna chill. So this is my 10th Chicago TARDIS. I'm like a veteran. This is my romping ground. Like, I love it here. But this is your first Chicago TARDIS.
First TARDIS, yes.
Yeah, so tell me about your first con. You came Saturday and Sunday this year, so 2 out of the 3 days.
Yeah, I had a good time. I thought the people were friendly. I had fun in the gaming citadel. We played this Rory adventure game that was really fun. It was like a dice rolling game, and you're trying to get to the end of his timeline, but it jumps back and forth because he time travels with the Doctor. That was a lot of fun. I had a good time at the LGBTQ Doctor Who panel. That was a lot of fun. But really, like the best part is just like meeting new people that have a shared love for something that you're passionate about.
Yeah, that is like the biggest thing I noticed, and it's so funny to go back and like read my teenage journals and diaries now. And like my day after I came home from this con, I had so much to say.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that I loved was being among people that loved something I loved so passionately, and just talking about that and like nothing else for 3 days straight. Like,
Yeah.
It was just good shit, good vibes. I love coming here and seeing the same people here every year. I love meeting new friends. I love seeing old ones. And well, do you think you're gonna come back, Maui?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to come back. Actually, I was saying earlier today that I'd love to volunteer and do some panels. Because I really enjoyed that. So one other thing I really like about this, that it's fan led, it's fan made, like it's all the fans, and you could tell, right? There's this, hey Luis, what's up? Luis said, just want to say it's good seeing you guys again. Haven't been tuning in lately. Hi Luis,
Bye.
good to see you. So yeah, I really like that aspect of it. The community aspect of it is really appealing to me. So I'm definitely going to come next year. Also, the British rock karaoke last night was a lot of fun. Probably leave earlier next time because that wrecked me pretty good.
Yeah, it wrecked me too, but for a different reason.
Yeah. I didn't drink. Did you have a drink?
Maybe one, maybe 7. But I'm alive. That's what matters. And we just had such a good time. There's something else that's really nice about being here. It's just being among people who like aren't judgmental and just kind of let you do your thing, right? Like, I remember, I was a high schooler and I started coming here, and to be in a place where like no one was judging you for your looks or what you're doing, or if you're freaking out about a TV show, was such a good and welcoming feeling for me as a teenager, and it is still as an adult as well, and that goes for drunk Stephanie too, who absolutely humiliated herself last night, but it's all okay.
Yeah, I'll say I also was happy to see there was some diversity in the people attending, so that made me happy. Yeah, I actually I've been coming to the convention for quite some time, and I not this convention is my first time at this convention, but I've gone to many other conventions since I was a teenager, so 20 almost 30 years now I've been coming to the conventions, and seeing it become more and more diverse and inclusive over the years. It's great. Like,
Mhm.
I don't think when I first started coming to conventions like this that I would have ever seen a panel about queer representation in any given medium. And so, like, that's just really cool to see. And that's actually what inspired me to say, like, ooh, maybe I should volunteer for a panel next year because I'd love to do one on the BIPOC representation
Oh,
in
yeah.
in Doctor Who. Could be a real fun panel discussion and whatnot. So
Yeah, we both went to.
we said, true. It's very isolating when you look around and see fellows, people that look like you when you don't see yourself represented. And I think that that's something that we're seeing um, being like actively discussed in Doctor Who, right? In diversifying who is allowed to play the Doctor and opening that up to other people. That's really cool to see. And seeing like today, I saw all these young girls running around as 13,
Mhm.
right? I'm like, that right there is
No,
why
it
that
warms
needs to
my
happen.
heart. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And we went to the LGBTQ Who panel together.
Yeah.
And that was a really nice discussion. I think that was probably my favorite panel of the weekend. But mostly this year, I spent a lot of time like hanging out with people playing games. Like Maui said, we played the Rory adventure game, which is this incredible, complicated, beautiful, 15-foot board game.
Oh, it's got to be longer than that, like 20, 30 feet, it feels like. It's huge.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And you basically follow Rory's timeline as he travels through time, as he becomes the last Centurion, and as he like goes back in time and lives out the rest of his life with Amy. And it's so much fun, and so it gets so competitive so fast.
Yeah.
So obviously you race to the end of Rory's timeline. That's the point of the game. But a lot of people also try and get killed the most because Rory died a lot. It was a joke. It was a thing.
Yeah.
And Maui and my fiance like teamed up on me.
Yes, we killed you 8 times.
It killed me 8 times. But then someone swooped in the game after us and got killed 16 times. So she beat my high score. Yeah, Maui, talk about the merch that you bought this weekend.
Oh yeah, I wish I had it with me. I took it all home. I'm wearing a lot of it. Yeah,
you're wearing a bunch of it.
So yeah, I have my Fourth Doctor hand warmer and inspired scarf. What else did I get? I got this. It's in my pocket. 1 second. I got this Laplander.
He has not taken this off.
So you got that. I got a Christmas present from Stephanie, early Christmas present. I got the 13th Doctor's Sonnet.
Yeah, he's been begging on the show
and I
for
just
one.
play with it all day. It's just lovely.
There was this such a cute moment during the masquerade last night. Maui and our friend Eric was there, and every time they would announce a winner, they would hold up their Sonics and wave them.
Yes. Whenever somebody was singing a slow song, you wave the Sonic like you would a lighter at a concert when you go unplugged. Yeah.
I don't have any of my merch with me either, besides my soap gifts, but none of them.
I got some of the soaps too. There was that's the other cool thing. Like it seemed like a really nice maker community selling their wares. I really dug that.
Yeah, and that's gotten bigger over the years. So when I first started coming, everything was a lot different. We had the vendors were where it is now. There were no artists outside of there. And then slowly over the years, artists started to build in the hallway. They used to have like a hallway, an artist hallway. And then there was too many artists and they had to get their own separate room. And it's so great to see like the private, the individual dealers coming in and selling their art. I mean, that's always some of the best parts of the con. You get some of the best merch there. So I spent most of my money in that room, but I also got myself lots of buttons. I mean, I collect buttons. You guys will see, the background of my room where I usually record the dope. I finally hung up some cork boards to show off some of my buttons. So you'll be able to see that tomorrow night when we review the episode.
Yes.
But I got some pins and some buttons, and I got a bunch of ribbons. And this is another fun thing about cons, ribbon collecting. I beat you. But our friend Luciana beat us both. She was very determined to collect ribbons, and that was her thing all weekend.
Yeah.
So there are less vendors and artists here this year for plenty of reasons, I'm sure. But still a good haul, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a calendar. That was my big thing I was excited about. I got a Doctor Who 13 months, y'all. So it has all the doctors, and it lasts me an extra month.
I can't.
Hello.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
And I think they're possibly watching the newest episode together in a little bit here too.
Yes. I went and checked the schedule, and it's on there.
It is, yeah, okay. So it's after post closing ceremony.
Yeah, so we'll be able to watch the episode together.
Yes.
And
which we've never done before.
We've never done before. And then we'll review it tomorrow night. Let's see.
Yeah, all right, well, you done talking to me? You want to bring in?
Yeah, let's bring our other guests.
This is Stephanie's show today. It's not my show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get out of here.
I have my ambiguous doctor shirt. You don't know what doctor it is, and it glows in the dark.
Charge with it.
Come on in, my special guest. Wow, look who it is. It's my mom.
Hi.
She's not here commenting. She's actually here with us.
Here.
All right, Mom.
Well,
now,
see me.
so how was your Chicago TARDIS this year?
It was kind of a little more laid back than it has been in the past. You know, there were less guests, less vendors, but honestly, considering what we're all going through with COVID and everything, I thought they did a really great job, and it was a lot of fun. The guests were great. I loved Neve McIntosh.
Yeah, Neve McIntosh. She plays Madame Bastra. I'm so upset. I missed
awesome.
every single one of her panels.
Yeah, she's the sweetest person, it seems like.
Oh, yeah, that's what everyone was saying. And she looked cute. She's like a little head. She was really excited about.
Yeah, it was cute.
So my mom has been bringing me to this con every single year. So this is also her 10th year. How have you seen it change over the years? Like, is there stuff you miss, stuff that you love that's new? What do you think?
Oh my gosh.
I know it was very different 10 years ago.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to say comparing this year to other years, just because this year was so different.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Last year was virtual, which is so different.
It's weird.
It has gotten bigger. It's gotten more popular, and I love how they bring in other fandoms too. Like, you know, one of my geeks is Star Trek, and they always have Star Trek panel that I can go to. And Marvel this year that I went with Stephanie's fiance. It's just fun.
Yeah, just to be nerdy, right?
Yeah, to be nerdy and to be around other people that are nerdy and know you're not going to get judged. And
yeah, and Chicago TARDIS is relatively a more laid back convention compared to the bigger cons like C2E2. And then my mom likes the more kind of relaxed stuff. So this is her speed, her panel size, you know.
That was another thing we were talking about. There's these long, huge lines. There's not huge lines here. And if they do have a lot of people, they work with you so that, you know, you get through lines quickly. They do virtual lines. It's so much more relaxed than the bigger cons.
Exactly.
Not that it's small. It's not small. They get great guests.
Yeah, this year we had Madame Bastra, we had the Sixth Doctor, we had Cyberman, Fraser Hines, like a pretty well-rounded, small but why can't I say this word? Well-rounded guest list. What was your favorite panel that you got to see this year, besides Star Trek?
I guess probably the young fans questions. They started doing that, but 3 or 4 years ago. They have a group of kids that they collect throughout the convention, and they bring them up on stage to question, like, usually the main doctor. Like today it was Colin Baker. And it's cute and it's funny, and their questions are awesome. And yeah, it's great. Love it.
The kids always have the best questions because they don't ask the same things over and over again. They ask random questions like, "What's your favorite color?" And like, it's always funny. What kind of merch did you buy this year? I know you bought the mask.
Mostly books.
Oh yeah.
Alien Entertainment is here, and we love their stuff. And I almost always buy a Doctor Who Martha book because Martha's my favorite companion. And so I got another one of those, and then I got a 13th Doctor book. And then there was a book written by Tom Baker, and I had to buy that.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm adding to my list of books that I will hopefully read in the next century.
You definitely got enough books. Yeah. Awesome. Liz commented, he said, oops. Have they announced the dates for next year? So this con is always the weekend after Thanksgiving. So whenever Thanksgiving falls, it's the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday right after. Easy to keep track of. Easy to kind of build into a tradition, into our holiday.
Yep.
Yeah.
They announced Fraser Hines
Again for next year.
And Jason Hayden Ellery, who he's
always here.
Big Finish, he comes to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a safe bet to announce him.
Yeah. Okay, cool. We're going to have another special guest.
Yay!
The doctor lady, as Maui calls her.
She looks awesome. Her costume.
Yeah, she, I can't spoil it. Her
Yeah.
costume's like a walking spoiler.
Yeah.
But she has a very accurate costume to the newest episode, and we love that.
Not today's, last week's.
Last week's, yes. I guess the Brits have seen the newest episode. We have not yet. Yeah, is there anything else you want to talk about the con? You keep coming back, so you must like it too.
I do. The hotel they have in it is great. We're here at the Westin in Lombard, and we've been staying here for the last several years. We like it. It's great. It's a nice place.
We spent some time in the hot tub.
Yep.
Relax. So awesome.
Very awesome.
Yeah, and it's been so much fun. Throughout the years, I've brought different friend groups and made new friends. And my entourage, and my mom is always like chill to drive us around, and we like go to restaurants.
Like you said, I keep coming back. It's mainly because I love to spend time with my beautiful daughter. My son used to come, and that's our thing.
Cool. Let's see. We're waiting for our next special guest to be ready. So, what else can we talk about? What guests would you
talk about? The 337 Mistress.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about that?
Every year they do I believe it's called 337 Mysterious Theater.
And
it's based off of the Mystery Science Theater, and they always show a classic Who episode and riff on it, and it's always awesome. This year they did the 5 Doctors, which they've done before, but always good to revisit that one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you, what would be your dream guest to get here? Which one would you love to see in the future? And that could include one that we've had in the past, a guest that we've had here before.
To be completely generic, Christopher Eccleston would be awesome, just because he doesn't do a whole lot of these. David Tennant, of course.
That's who I would say.
You got me on the spot. I have to think about this one. I would love to see. I don't know. I've forgotten his name.
Talk for a while.
I can't even think of who it is without Stephanie here to help me. Come help me.
Okay.
He's in Supernatural.
What's the question?
He was in Supernatural, and he was in Crowley in Supernatural.
Oh yeah. Mark. What's
Mark Shepard. Yeah,
Mark Shepard,
he was here once. He was awesome.
I love Mark Shepard.
I'd love to see him back again.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
So what's the question? Like guests you want to see?
Yeah. Dream guests.
Dream guests. So I'm like a production nerd, so I would like someone from the other side, So Euros Lynn, who directed a bunch of RTD era episodes, would be really cool, or RTD himself would be dope.
Oh my gosh, that would be epic.
So I love that. But in front of the camera, Freeman Agyeman would be amazing.
Yeah.
She's been here before, yes?
She's been here, yep.
Yeah,
she's my favorite.
Yeah, I wish I'd come for some of those.
She was great.
Yeah. I have a bunch that I would dig to see. I'm gonna introduce our guest in here. I'm taking temporary hosting duties from Stephanie, but we have a guest who's going to come in here with us on our stream. This is our weeping doctor.
Hi.
Spoilers if you haven't seen this week's episode.
Yes.
Last week's episode.
Yeah.
Hi. So first of all, what's your name?
Katie.
Katie, it's so nice to meet you. Thank you for stopping in. Maui, like the island.
Maui. Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. We saw your outfit. We were like, oh my god, that's amazing. We have to get you.
That when I saw it, the idea to do this hit me around Monday, and right after the episode aired, because I'm like, oh, I'm going to Chicago TARDIS on Sunday. I didn't stay for the whole weekend. I was only here for Sunday because family had come in, and I wanted to spend all my time with them. But I'm like, I want one day to go to Chicago TARDIS. And a friend of mine had said, well, I want to do the full thing. My friend Faith, who is also a phenomenal 13th Doctor TikToker, 101 cosplays. 101 cosplay Rose, or I can't remember her full username. She said she wanted to do the full thing. Yeah. So coat, shirt, face makeup, everything great. I'm like, that. I can't, there's no way I can get that done by Sunday. What I can do is the start of the transformation. So hands. Oh, did I not? I'm so sorry. I knocked it something.
All right, just leave. I have plenty of battery. You're fine. Oh, don't even worry about it.
Spray painted the shoes. And then I spray painted the wings. And the wings have taken a bit of a beating. But I do plan to use them later. I want to do a photo shoot where she comes back to life, but she actually does, like, she has the wings. Like, the wings are just a part of her now.
I love that.
Because she's an angel, but not in the way she should be right now.
Yeah.
I love your costume, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, sorry I had to run off. I had an
no, that's totally
call.
fine. That's totally fine.
What have you guys talked about so far?
Just about the costume and how she ended up at TARDIS this year.
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
We haven't talked about how long she's been at TARDIS or anything like that.
Cool. No, this is my first time ever at Chicago TARDIS.
Mine too.
Awesome.
And I loved it. It was smaller than I thought. And now I'm guessing it's because of COVID.
Yeah.
But the people, like the fact that I was able to talk to so many people, the fact that I met Jason, the fact that now I'm a new Whovian. There's nothing against the old, I just know the new, I know. But I started, so I went back into where the photo op areas are. And Jamie was there. Yeah. And I came over and they were like, come on in, we'll take some photos. So I'm doing all the photos. And I start doing my Jodie accent because I've actually, when I originally started doing TikToks, I just did RP, renounced pronunciation, the traditional, what you're trained to do as if you're playing a Brit. But I really wanted to nail down Jodie. So I found videos on how to do Yorkshire accents.
That's awesome.
And started really just trying to nail her down a little bit more. And Jamie came over and was like, your accent is really good. And I was like, thank you. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm talking to Doctor Who royalty and I've got no idea who he is. And I feel awful. And then someone came up to me later and said, Jamie never compliments anybody on their accent. And I'm like, okay, what do I say to that? But it was great, seeing everybody around. We had an impromptu photo op, especially when there's a wonderful cosplayer. And again, I'm horrible with names. She was dressed up as the Kablam Man.
Yeah.
And the second I saw her,
awesome.
she didn't have her head on, but I saw her outfit. I was like, it's the Kablam Man! And I ran and I got.
I was shook when I saw that. Like, that's really impressive.
Oh, that was incredible. Yeah. I lost my mind when I saw that.
Now, I have a question for you. So, when I first saw you is when you were at the soap maker.
Yes.
And you were talking about what 13 means to you.
Yes.
And she was getting tearing up. She was talking about how Jane Austen kind of is the same thing for her. I'd love to know what 13 means for you as a sci-fi fantasy fan, Doctor Who fan.
13 means brightness. 13 means spark. 13 means excitement over the tiniest things that 13 is loving those little moments. 13 is loving a biscuit, loving tea at Yaz's. 13 is, apple bobbing. I love apple bobbing. 13 is one of my favorite moments of 13 is when she's talking to the Soul Attract, when the Soul Attract is taking the form of a frog. And she says, you are the maddest, most beautiful thing I've ever experienced, and I haven't even scratched the surface. I wish I could stay. 13 is never, never wanting anyone to be alone. And I mean, that's the Doctor overall. But 13 to me is kind of me without the anxiety and depression. And 13 is the me that I want to be, and a reminder to me that there is magic in the world and to bring magic to the world. Because if I am not kidding you when I tell you that I walk down the street wearing this all the time. Like with my TikTok following, and I love making people laugh. I love making people smile. And if I go into a donut shop dressed up as 13 and that makes somebody's day, then I've done my job. And the Doctor means so many things to so many people. The Doctor is the eternal old man and the eternal child. The Doctor is protection. The Doctor is love. The Doctor is in 900 years of time and space, I've never met anyone who wasn't important before. The Doctor is, when will everyone do what they should have done from the beginning, which is sit down and talk. The Doctor is everyone's guardian angel, everyone's grumpy neighbor who hates you for playing your music too loud. But then when you're not playing your music too loud, they're the first one to come over and knock on your door and say, all right, what's going on? Are you okay? The Doctor is hope.
I love that.
Oh my God. You so well articulated what I feel like all of us feel and love about the show. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know you got to go clean up. Help clean up.
They're okay for right now, unless you've got any more.
Yeah. We're just kind of talking like generally. You talked a bit about the cool stuff that happened to you this weekend.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. Have you gotten like lots of people taking your picture?
Yes. And I'm someone who I genuinely don't mind it. I am not camera shy. I'm like, people have come up and have said, there was one point where I took we actually got 9, 10, 11, and 12 and me in a line.
Oh my gosh.
And I had taken off all of my angel stuff, and a woman came up to me and was like, can I get you with your angel stuff back on? I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, it's fine. It would be like, thank God she didn't turn into a Cyberman, because then I'm like, I would do that. And the main reason that I couldn't do the full thing, was because when I saw in episode 3, when I saw Jodie in Ruth's coat, I automatically went to a cosplay creator that I know and was like, look, here are my credit card details. You're giving me this. You're making me this coat. Like, that's it. This is happening. You are giving me this.
Awesome.
And by giving, I'm giving you, however much money to get this coat. My friend, now fiance. And it's so.
Congratulations.
Thank you. He lives in the UK, and we've been a long distance relationship for 13. It's starting to become my lucky number. We've been a long distance relationship for 13 years. I proposed, we got engaged on the 13th, and then I announced the engagement 13 days after. None of that was planned. And now, one of 10 was telling me, you got to go talk to Jason, because I actually do, I've done Doctor Who audio fan productions.
Oh, really?
Like, I just wrote one that got produced, which, if you want, I can send you the link for that. I've done original companion work, and one project that was fan created that I did that was a lot of fun to do was, do you guys remember the I'll pull it up, the Runaway TARDIS kids book that was done?
No, I don't think I've ever seen it.
This is, I'm just gonna pull it up because I actually have it. I should have it on my Kindle, and I'll show it to everybody here.
Sure.
Where is it? It is. Where's my library? Unless
that's cool, because I do a lot of audio, like Zooming, like readings.
Oh yes.
So that is really cool after the exchange information.
Yes. First of all, if you want the best 13 you're ever gonna get, read the comics. The comics are the best 13 stories you're ever gonna get.
Really?
I swear by these. I swear. On my life, if I will give you my contact information.
Sure.
I will give you both my contact information tonight, whether you get it physical or Kindle. Go online to Amazon and get this full book, and it'll be the full book of the first story. 13th Doctor. Oh, for gosh sake. Stop it. 13th Doctor, A New Beginning.
A New Beginning. Okay. Mm-hmm.
If you do not,
and Graham and Ryan are still there at that point.
Yes, they're all still there.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And there is one moment where if you, it's later on down, but there's a moment, and I have to find it. Oh no, that's when she meets the Corsair again. And again, guys, if I'm talking too much,
go
ahead. Like, you know, they go to a town and she sees sheep. Like, I'm watching you. You keep your plotting to a minimum. And then
they really got her physicality.
Yeah.
And then Yaz mentions Golda, like during the Golda Wars, and the Doctor's like, yeah, gold star for Yaz, and then it like that. There it is. All right, Golda Wars, small unit tactics, wasn't it? You're right. How the 17 provinces came to be. Hold on, fam, just a sec. Have you all been time traveling without me? And you find out that there's a podcast that's been going on. And it's like this long podcast called Hidden Human Histories. And the Doctor gets very jealous of it. But there's one scene that I will show you guys because it's one of my favorite scenes of all time. Where they're going through
cool Star Wars inspired.
Oh, that was brilliant. They go through the histories. Now, are you guys staying for the premiere?
Yes.
Thank God. Okay. So they have this moment where 13 is like, okay, tell me everything about what you've learned. And Graham goes through the episode and okay, stop. Graham goes through the episode. Yaz goes through her, one section, you know, are these the same things that have been hunted? Like, could this be mistaken for yellow fever? They're literally going through everything. And, okay, look at her face.
Oh,
look at her face. They just recounted all of this about history. And she says, that was utterly brilliant, all of you. I'm so proud. I'm like, that's 13.
I have to
that's
say,
13.
I am like obsessed with your Jodie impersonation.
Like that's her. And if you want the best stories that you're ever gonna get, you get those books. You get the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Where the heck is
the Runaway TARDIS?
Here it is. So it's a kid's book that that was done.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
And I know the artist. And oh come on.
It's similar to my artist.
Yeah, you're right.
I think I can't remember, and oh for God's sake, my phone is just being silly. And the artist who does it, she's so awesome. And we actually did. If I can find it, I'll play a little section of it.
I have to show you the some artwork from the books here. It's kind of similar.
Yes.
I didn't draw it. I had no drawing. But
that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy.
Oh, we got someone from the UK. Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Gallifrey Angel.
Hello.
Oh. Where is okay, Runaway? No, that's the Doctor Who Runaway experience. Where's the Runaway?
Is this another, or is this audio?
This is the audio. We did a read along for it. Here we go. And I'll skip it.
Suddenly the floor shook. Red lights flashed
and this is just a fan introduction.
Lizzie rolled out from underneath the control panel.
What happened to the TARDIS? And who are you?
Who are you?
I'm the Doctor.
Doctor who?
Just the Doctor.
Just the Doctor.
The Doctor opened the TARDIS door, and Lizzie saw that they were in outer space.
Good sound effect.
Oh, he did all of this. Like he directed it.
Oh, The TARDIS is malfunctioning. I'm meant to go to the Silfrax galaxy, not the Brouhaha 995 galaxy.
Is this a spaceship?
Of course not. It's a time and spaceship.
If this is a spaceship, does that mean you're an alien?
Indeed, I am.
But you look like a human.
Maybe you look like a Time Lord. Did you by any chance get peanut butter into the console?
I did, I'm sorry.
My sonic screwdriver is useless on peanut butter, and I've lost my toolbox. We'll have to travel using the random generator button. How fun!
The doctor.
So
Yeah.
we
That's so great.
And
Yeah.
like I love playing. And people have said, "How would you make out your own original Doctor?" I would make a ton of original companions.
Mhm.
I wouldn't make an original Doctor because she's just. This Doctor is just far too close to my heart.
Yeah.
I have one more question for you.
Sure.
I'll give you more.
Go for it, Molly.
Okay, so we know like Jodie's time is coming to an end.
Yes.
So who are you hoping for? Like maybe not necessarily like a specific person, but like what kind of representation are you hoping for in the next incarnation? of the Doctor?
Genuinely, I know we've established that Joe Martin is not next in Jodie's timeline. I would love it if she had taken over. But there is an actor. A lot of it for me is based on, first of all, I'm one of the, I don't want another random white guy.
Yeah.
No more white guys. We got enough.
There is one actor, and I know it probably won't go to him, but a friend of mine she introduced me to The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
And
with the daughter from Mad Men.
Yes,
Plays,
um,
Serena. I can't remember her name. I love that actress.
and the gentleman who plays Ambrose, Ambrose Spellman,
Mhm.
Chance Perdomo, if you watch his performance, absolutely Doctor material.
Ambrose Spellman from Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
This guy, like his performances, the screening is in the video room.
Video room
Okay.
7, yeah.
What time is it? Oh, shoot.
It's like 6.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got
time.
But he, I think, would just knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
Absolutely knock it out of the park as the Doctor.
Amazing.
And honestly, the other actor who I love and who I think would be perfect, but a lot of people have said, well, we need to see him do more dramas. But I would swear by him is Richard Ayoade.
Oh yeah, I think he'd be wonderful.
Richard
I feel like
Ayoade. Give me Richard Ayoade as
Yeah.
the 14th Doctor.
I feel like I've heard a few people say Richard Ayoade. I think that's a great
He would be phenomenal. He would be absolutely wonderful. I think he's only done comedy, but give him a drama. Give him a
Most
drama
comedians
screen test.
are great in my estimation. Most comedians are great at drama because they're all about timing.
Exactly. And a lot of people were not happy with Bradley Walsh being cast. I'm sorry. Graham is phenomenal.
He did
Graham
such a good
was
job.
wonderful. Yeah,
Graham was awesome.
And I'm really digging Dan.
I love Dan.
Yeah, I
oh
know.
my gosh, I love Dan.
He's such a lunk, and I love it.
Dan is a cinnamon roll and must be protected.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dan, if I ever meet John Bishop, it's going to be with one of two props. It's either going to be with a can of soup. Oh no, 3 props. I take that back. 3 props. A can of soup, a walk, or a sign that says "This is not Bradley Walsh." Did you see the emoji? Oh God! Now I have to. I share videos with everyone. It's how I show love.
It's your love language.
This is my love language. So where is it? Okay, so there's the emoji quiz. They go through the whole thing. Okay, here we go.
Well, I love him too from all the panel shows that he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Its character was called Graham.
That's what I've lived through all the way through this. It's always been about Bradley. Everything's about Bradley. Everything's
I love it.
That's so funny. Man, it's so dumb.
Yeah. So John Bishop is having a complete meltdown, like a comedic meltdown.
Yes.
About, like, oh yeah, it's always about
Bradley. It's always been about Bradley. But I want and I was talking with another person at Big Finish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, if you said to me, all right, here's the deal. You never get to screen act ever again. But for the rest of your life, you're going to have a recurring role as the fugitive doctor's companion on Big Finish. Give me.
Oh yeah, sign me up.
Give me. I will.
I'll pay you to do it.
I will pay you.
Yeah.
I will pay you. I will pay you.
Are you an actor?
I am. I mean the through the pandemic, my screen name was in the video. Okay, so that's where we're gonna go.
Yeah.
Sorry. I got my BA in theater at Knox.
Okay.
I studied theater at the Chicago Academy for the Arts. I continued to study through the Michael Chekhov acting technique.
Awesome.
And then I went back to school for digital communication and media arts because I'm not Robert Downey Jr. and paying the bills acting is rough.
Yeah.
But when I do videos as 13 and I perform, there was one. So I started doing video role plays with friends.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one where my friend David, who was playing the master, said, what I did without a choice. And my doctor just looks at him and was like, oh, well, I didn't know that. Well, that's a shock to me. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry that you never had a choice. Because as we all know, Martha Jones wasn't a choice. 10% of the population, that wasn't a choice either. Bill Potts was not a choice. Thank you for telling me. I'm the last one to know. And I just let it all out.
You gave me goosebumps.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And writing.
I think that's when we should go out on that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, before you go, would you like to promote your TikTok
Yeah,
or
what's your
anything
TikTok?
else you got going on?
I'm gonna do 2 promotions. Will this also go out on a recording as well?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna promote
I
my.
definitely want to follow you on TikTok too.
I'm gonna promote my TikTok page, which is Katie G Angel 44.
Okay, awesome.
And I'm also gonna promote. Am I horrible in promoting a company that I've done something for, but it's really more about getting the company out?
No, go right ahead.
I already follow you.
Oh, wow, okay.
Hilarious.
I thought I recognized you, but
I can't live on fudge alone. Don't
they
know I can't live on fudge alone?
we're almost done. What else would you like to promote?
Chickpeas.
You have some
Protein.
Yeah, have some.
So for those who either live in the UK or are going to the UK,
Each one.
hold on.
What was it, Katie? What?
Katie G Angel 44.
44.
The Who Shop.
Oh, I've been there. I love that.
This shop is run by the incredible Auntie Alex and her husband, and their museum in the back. When you go, you can buy a pass for like £2 to go to the museum in the back of the shop, and you will see props. You'll see actual weeping angels. You'll see the Vincent van Gogh costume that was used in the show. You'll see actual Daleks that were used in the show. You will see, if you watch the Sarah Jane Adventures, because Elizabeth Sladen was a good friend of Alexandra's, you will see Sarah Jane's wedding dress from the Sarah Jane Adventures. And there is a, well, I don't know, it's not my place to tell that story, but they've got props, they've got every single Doctor Who piece of merch you can possibly find.
Amazing.
They are warm, they are welcoming, they are phenomenal. Check them out.
Okay.
Even if you wanna buy Who merch from an independent shop, the Who shop is the way to go.
I love it. I love
Thank
it.
you guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And
for
remind me of
coming
your
out.
names. I'm so sorry.
Maui.
Maui.
Like
Maui,
the
yes, Maui.
Yeah.
And
And Stephanie.
Stephanie.
We didn't
Thank
actually
you guys so much.
get to exchange names.
Give us a sign off, Steph.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us here at Chicago TARDIS. We have to go because we have to watch the new episode soon. But
I thought it would be changed back.
yeah, please. Oh my god. But we will see you tomorrow night at our review of the episode. Me and Maui will be there. So yeah. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.